Hey guys, and welcome to A Policeman's Life. I'm Kenny, and on today's video we're going to be talking CrossFit. So the CrossFit season this year has just been kind of all over the place. So in this video I hope to just narrow it down to the Brail Crossfit Championship, just tell you what to look for there, and just who's attending, who has a chance to win, who needs to win, who's already going to the game. So I'll break that all down for you in this video. Okay guys, so the CrossFit, or the Brail CrossFit Championship is one of the sanctions events. So the top male, female, and team get a ticket to the CrossFit Games. So this event is coming up on, when was it, May 17th and 19th, with people having the chance to go to the CrossFit Games. So if you look at the men's side first, we'll go there. So the top qualifier, so they do an online qualifier. The top qualifier was Alex Carroll. He's from Canada, so he's the top qualifier in that. Griffin Roel is number 2. He's kind of a teams athlete. Number 3 is Jacob Hebner. Now Jacob Hebner has already qualified for the CrossFit Games through the Open. I think he placed 3rd in the Open. So if he wins this this sanctional, the Brail CrossFit Championship, which he would be my pick to do so, it will go to the 2nd place person. So other notables, so that were the top 3 that qualified. Other notables that qualified was Will Morad. He's always been hanging around. He went to the 2014 CrossFit Games, performed well. So you have Spencer Panchik and you have Saxon Panchik. So Saxon went to the games in 2018, so I would expect him to compete for a spot as well. You have Sean Sweeney, who's already qualified for the games. He should be up there as well. Lucas Parker is kind of a fan favorite, but I don't really see him competing for a spot. I'd love to see it, but don't really see him. And as well with Elijah Muhammad, I went to the games in the past, same with Lucas Parker. Don't really see him competing based on his open performance. I think he placed maybe like 2000s in the world or stuff like that. I don't know. He was way down the leaderboard. So a fan favorite, but I really don't see him competing for a ticket to go to the CrossFit Games. So when you look at who's qualified to attend this event and the people, and you start eliminating who's already going to the games. So like we have Jacob Hebner is already going to the games. Sean Sweeney is already going to the games. Then you start to look at, okay, who can win this I guess in the sense of getting the ticket. Overall, I think kind of Jacob Hebner will win the whole thing, and he doesn't need the ticket, so we'll go to the next place person and keep on going down till they find their winner. So Alex Carroll qualified first for the online qualifier, but when you look at his open score here, he placed 65th in the world, which was all right. His worst finish there was in the 19.5. He was 442nd, so that really kind of hurt him. But if you look at, I don't really expect, even though he qualified 2nd, Griffin Roel, I don't expect him to compete for that ticket. Guys like Will Morad kind of pop up, but I think it will go to one of the younger guys. So like if you look at a Spencer Panchik, or a Saxon Panchik, I think it will be Alex Carroll and the 2 Panchik brothers that will be competing for the ticket. Not for first, they could be competing for first place as well, but definitely for the ticket to go to the CrossFit Games. When you cut over to the women's side, I think it's a little more clear over there. A lot of the top women already have spots. So if you look at the people who've qualified for the Brail CrossFit Championship, let me just bring it up here. You have people like Milena Rodriguez. She qualified first. She actually placed 40th in the Open. Carolyn Prevost was 2nd in the qualifier. She's already qualified to the games through the Open. Mackenzie Riley qualified to the games through the Open. Danny Spiegel qualified to the games through the Open. So out of the people that qualified, it definitely leaves Milena Rodriguez as kind of like your top pick to qualify. I could see Mackenzie Riley or Danny Spiegel winning the whole competition and getting the prize money, but the ticket would go to who's next. So I would see the obvious pick would be Milena Rodriguez, but I really like Carolyn Connors, who qualified. She placed, I think, 1,065th in the Open, so not really well there. But if you look at her scores in the breakdown, she really bombed 19.1. I don't know if there was something going on there that really affected her score. So I can see Carolyn Connors competing with Milena Rodriguez for that ticket to the games. So if we move over to the teams competition, that's where it kind of gets interesting now. Leading up to this, it kind of looked like it was kind of a wide open field here, that there was teams like Pro 1 with Joe Scally on it that had a chance, teams like Team CRSC that had some like good notable players on it. But now the big thing will be CrossFit Invictus X. CrossFit Invictus X had what was her name? Chantel Lohner. She's been disqualified from the games. She tested positive for a performance-enhancing type of drug. She is currently appealing that and having her B sample. So you give 2 samples. She's having her B sample tested, hoping that she can clear the whole thing up. She says she hasn't taken anything, but at this point now it looks like CrossFit Invictus X will lose their ticket to the games. They won one of the essentials. I think it was the Mid-Atlantic, so that would go to the next team down, which would be Misfit, and they are out of it. So they are coming now to Brazil in hoping to qualify. They put Haley Murillo in Chantel's spot, and they're coming with Maddie Meyer, Sam Dansard, and Holden Rethwell. So I think that's kind of the power team. I would definitely look for them to win this, maybe even almost sweep it. So anyway, stay tuned. This is May 9th, 17th to 19th. It's CrossFit. You never know what will happen. So I think this will be good. There'll be some good fights here. On the men's side, a lot of the guys have qualified, but they're obviously battling out for the big prize money, because this money is big for CrossFitters that don't. A lot of these guys train full time. They make their money from sponsorships, from coaching at gyms and stuff like that. So if you can bring home a big check, it's great for your season. Anyway, if you enjoy this CrossFit content, check on back. You can subscribe down below and like. I have CrossFit content. I have keto type stuff. I have police related stuff and family stuff. But just give me a follow and you'll always see an interesting video pop up. So we'll chat with you later.